Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all okay. Tonight I thought I would do a much different type of video. I don't think I've actually done this this sort of subject on YouTube before. Anyway, it's pretty obvious what we're looking at. This was a calendar I got done for this year. It's of Tamla Motown, which is a I'm not sure. I don't know enough to know if they're still going, but in case they're not, they were a record company, probably the most famous record company around. Went from being Tamla Motown to Motown Records Calendar 2016 for Brandon Thompson. A Motown fan since 2007 because I used to like the Jackson 5 back then. It's composed of genres such as soul, rhythm and blues, and that sort of. Most of the time when you'll see a lot about Motown, like on radio stations, it's combined to Soul Town, means soul and Motown, because Motown is a record label, but it's more or less treated like a genre of music. Anyway, in this calendar, it's of all different Motown related things, such as my favourite groups or pictures, or not every month has this, but certain months have a reason for the photo being there, and I'll point them out to you. So here we go. I got this on funkypigeon.com, by the way. So here we go. So this month we have, you all know this group, The Temptations. Now I'm not too good on these guys as bands, but I know this is David Ruffin. No, that's Paul Williams, I think. I might be right. I know that's definitely Otis Williams. I don't know if that's Melvin. One of these two is Melvin Franklin, and I know Eddie Kendricks is on there. Feel free to correct me on this photo, but this is my favourite one of theirs. They all look really smart. And also what I've done in this calendar, as well as putting dates for my family, I've also added dates that are important with Motown. So also on the 12th, it was my granddad, as I know him, 73rd birthday. Those who are close to me know he's in spirit. He passed away in 2012. And here on the 18th we have David Ruffin's 75th birthday. He's also passed away as well. He passed away in 1991. If I find any more dates, obviously I'll add that. Now the most important one to me, those who know a lot about me with Motown, you'll all know I am completely obsessed with the Supremes, as is given by my YouTube name, Love the Supremes, which is also my username on many other social networks. This girl you're looking at here, or woman, whatever you want to say, I always say girl because I always remember when she was young, is Florence Ballard, she died as Florence Chapman. She was married to Thomas Chapman in 1968. She's a member of the Supremes, a backing singer. As everyone knows, the Supremes composed of Diana Ross, Mary Wilson and Florence Ballard as the original Supremes. So it's her 40th death anniversary this year. So on the same month as well, February is a really special month for me because it shares my granddad's death anniversary. 4th, as I said, he's been on, for 4 years he's been passed away, on the 7th. And Florence Ballard is on the 22nd. She died on February the 22nd, 1976, so 40 years ago. She died at the age of 32 from cardiac arrest and depression, but if anyone wants to enlighten me on more facts, I'll be glad for you to do that. March, no reason, I just decided to have the 4 tops here. So March, I have noted down, there was nothing to do with me here, but we have on the 6th, Mary Wilson's 72nd birthday. Maybe we should add as well, I'm possibly going to be able to meet her. She is obviously from the Supreme. She's the only member that stayed throughout 1957 to 1977, the 18 years that they survived for. On the 15th of Tuesday, nothing happening this year, but in 1965, 51 years ago, the Supremes landed at London Heathrow Airport, as well as all the other Motown groups. The Temptations were down as well. And on the 26th, it's Diana Ross's 72nd birthday. She's the most famous member of them, as we all know. Oh, sorry, what? Oh no, she did leave the Supremes. I was going to say, what am I on about that she's, Mary's the only one. Okay, now April is my month, as it's my 19th birthday on the 10th. And for that, well, what do you know, I have the Supremes. This is one of my very favourite pictures of them, taken in 1963, I think it is, in London. I think, no, am I right? I can't remember. was it Manchester it's taken in? But here we have corresponding members: Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, Diana Ross, or Diane Ross as she was known. That's actually her name. And on the 23rd, I had a little note. 1965, it was the release of the Four Tops' I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. I think everyone knows that song. I think that was actually their most famous song. I think it is. Okay, May. Now I've added a bit of a twist to this one. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May with the Temptations' My Girl album cover. Because as everyone knows, this is a line from the song. Tuesday 3rd, release of the Temptations' Ain't Too Proud to Beg, 1966. That's 50 years ago that was. And there's no other dates in May that I know of, but if there is, I'll add to that. But yeah, they're one of the most famous Motown groups, the Temptations. I recommend everyone to listen to them. Oh, I wonder who this girl is. Right, so this is, as she states there, Florence Glenda Flo Ballard. That's Florence's nickname was Flo and Blondie because of how light her skin. Well, because yeah, and she had sort of blondish hair. The reason I put her on this one, I had to do that because this is like I'll say my favourite picture of her. Well, I'm okay admitting it because obviously, you know, you can't see my face or anything, but I think everyone knows that I have got like the world's biggest crush on her. But as everyone says, who can't? You know, she was gorgeous, as everyone says. I'm going to get a lot of Supremes fans looking at this. And also on the Thursday the 30th, it would have been her 73rd birthday. So she's actually the same age as my granddad, just born basically 4 months later. So at least they're up in heaven together. July 2016, I have my other favourite Motown group, the Jackson 5. No reason at all for this. I decided to have them as a change, you know, not to keep just doing the Temptations and the Supremes or anything, because we had a lot of the Supremes there, you know, April and then June. As I said, there's nothing here, but when I find something, I'll add to that. My favourite song by the Jackson 5 is Rockin' Robin, and I also like I'll Be There, and I'm willing to find loads more. Now, I think, yeah, everyone knows I am completely obsessed with the Supremes, that's why they keep popping up in here. August 2016, I'm not sure on the actual date it was recorded on. I think it's the 16th, it could be either the 16th or the 13th. I might be wrong. This is obviously, the #1 famous song that they're recognised by, the Supremes, Baby Love, on Top of the Pops, 1964. This is one of my favourite video. It is my favourite video of it. Bit of an embarrassing story that I put on the Florence Ballard fan page, that it's the first video that I basically started my love for Florence. It was just like I was watching it on YouTube and I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know what, I might be the 14th. It's either the 13th, 14th or 16th it was recorded, but it wasn't released until September. But it stayed in the top of the top charts for at the top of the charts, sorry, for 15 weeks. And it was the first girl group. But it's what they're known by, this song. So you could probably play Baby Love to anyone. It's my favourite song as well. You can play it to anyone and they'll recognise it. All my friends that I've ever played it to say they remember it from their day. Now then, Marvin Gaye, another Motown legend, as it states there. September is my mum's month, because on the 13th, mum's 49th birthday. Yes, it's 49. She's 49, sorry. Probably going to kill me for revealing her age, but next year she'll be 15. We're hoping to go to New York for that, and possibly Detroit. So the reason I put Marvin Gaye, because Marvin Gaye is my mum's, well, yeah, would be my mum's favourite Motown singer. So I asked her when I was making this, you know, do you want me to put something for you? But on the 17th of September, release of the Supremes' Baby Love in 1964. So that's 52 years ago that was released, and that was another one that got to the top of the charts. October 1916, these are another one of my favourite groups, the Marvelettes. I'm not too good on the names, but I know this is Gladys Horton and that's Wanda Young. And I know there's Georgiana, I don't remember all the others, but My favourite song by theirs is, which is released here. Well, okay, let's go through this. This is actually more than Month of the Temptations, but I decided to put this because I hadn't included them. I wanted to do all my groups that I like. 12th is Melvin Franklin's 74th birthday. He's was the bass singer of the Temptations. He's obviously passed away. And on the 30th we have Otis Williams' 75th birthday. He is the last surviving member of the Temptations. And of course on the 14th, release of the Marvelettes' Too Many Fish in the Sea. That's my favourite and only song that I know of. Well, I know Please Mr. Postman, and that Playboy song. But apart from that, no, it's my favourite song that I like by them. Now, November is a month of Berry Gordy Jr., as it says, the founder of Tamla Motown. There's a lot of stories about him. Some, you know, I might explain in other videos, but I'm sure people know about him. He is turning 87 on the 28th. Nothing else in November that I can see, but if there is any more dates, as I said, it will be added. I'm sorry about it going out of focus. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into detail about what I know about Berry Gordy. You know, there's that thing about him and Diana Ross, but I do not wish to start discussions about this today, and please, I just want to give everyone a warning on this video. I don't mind you discussing things about any groups, you know, the Temptations, you know, Supremes as well. But I do not encourage people to start this constant argument that I see on many videos of, you know, the sort of fight that goes on about Diana Ross being the lead singer and that without her there'd be no Supremes, you know, and then like you get the people who sort of take my side. I mean, I don't ever involve myself, but like, you know, say, well, if it wasn't for Florence, there'd be, you know, she was the founder of the group, and how she was meant to be the lead singer, and just like, and then there's this thing going on about Diana Ross and Berry Gordy if they had an affair or whatnot. I don't mind people discussing, you know, about their favourite members and whatnot, but I do not want, you know, I do not tolerate any sort of arguments or anything. You know, this is something I'm doing just to share with you, and I want, you know, I mean, I want to make it, you know, I want to share stuff about the Supremes and any group. I want to keep everyone alive. I want to keep Motown alive, but it's not for us to argue about. You know, please, you know, you can do it. I mean, I don't encourage people to do it on anyone's video, but at least not on mine, because I'm not trying to aim anything. As I said, we all have our different opinions. For me, Florence is who I know the Supremes by, but it doesn't mean I don't like Mary or Diana. It just means that I favourite one of them. Same with other groups. But anyway, to finish it off, December 2016, the Supremes at Christmas. Diana, Florence and Mary, and they've got a record player. It's a very nice looking one, actually. You've got the Beatles there as well. I think they're actually wearing pink dresses in this, and I believe one of these balloons is blue. I think that one is. I think I've got my iPad here. I'm being bloody lazy, aren't I? Let's have a look. Yes, of course, that's a picture of Florence that I have there. Oh, and if ever anyone is on Instagram and they want to know, I am the one behind the Florence Ballard roleplay page, by the way. Basically, in this, I'm acting as Florence and, you know, just doing roleplays about her. See if I can find that one. Where is it? I think it's on the Supremes fan page, actually. The Supremes... The Temptations fan page, the Supremes fan page. I encourage everyone to go and follow this group and like all their photos and whatnot. Any group, the Supremes fan page, the Temptations fan page, the Four Tops fan page, though I never see anything really posted by them. Let's see if I can find. I will find that picture, don't you worry. Maybe not then. I don't normally include myself. Oh, I like that one. It's quite nice. Oh, I keep forgetting that the camera's rolling. No, I can't find it, but it was... Oh, no, I think I know where it is. I think it was on the Mary Wilson fan page. No? Right, I'm wrong then. But there's also Diana Ross roleplay as well, and there's the official... I hope she doesn't mind me shouting her out on this. Let me just do it. M. Wilson Supreme. This is the official Mary Wilson Supremes account. I'm just going through and, you know, I'm going through and just checking. And okay, this one I will tell you. Yeah, also follow this one as well, Florence Ballard fan page, and especially this one. Whoever is behind this, I'm not sure who it is, but they have got like the nicest heart ever. They always tag me in these pictures. It's just about Florence, but I'm always being tagged in these, and it's nice. I mean, because I get to role play with Diana Ross and everything. It's quite fun, really. I mean, although no one's done an actual Mary Wilson roleplay account because the other Mary Wilson never, the official Mary Wilson, she never responds to stuff. She probably thinks, what on earth? But anyway, and if you go on Facebook, there is I will actually, hang on, I don't wish to portray my Facebook on YouTube, so yeah, by the way, there's my Hoover Spinnerants. The update on it, I will not be able to do a video yet. I have replaced the drain hose with a normal washing machine hose that I got from Wixter because the original one had a split in it and I cut it too short. But I just need to apply some sealant around the opening of it because it still leaks. It literally creates like a tidal wave when it, you know, spins, but it's got a very nice sound to it. So yeah, that's 1968 and that's 1973. Right, I request everyone to go and join this group, Florence Ballard fans. I will let you just look at that. And there's that same picture I used in February. It's a group dedicated to Florence herself. I'm always posting in this and whatnot. There's actually one of my pictures there that I took. Yeah. Yeah, you see. One of my pictures I actually took. But yeah, I mean, as I said, you know, please don't fight on these videos. You know, they're not what any fan would want, and they're certainly not what I don't think Florence would like it if we were to be like this, or anyone would, you know. Don't forget there's also Levi Stubbs and other Temptations members up there. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and for those Motown fans that are watching this, I'd like to see some of your collection as well, maybe, and I will be doing one of my vinyls that I've got here. So I will be doing some videos of those. There's my Crossley record player. Anyway, thank you very much. Goodbye.